Hey friend, I wanted to come on here and yap a little bit more because I crowdsourced a little bit and asked authors what their hesitations were with either working with a web designer or with having a website in general, whether you create it on your own or whatever, just so I can figure out the best way to support those challenges, whether that be free resources or what have you. I was very curious to know, is it a time frame thing? Is it a cost thing? Process thing? Anything along those lines? I wanted to hear about it. So I got this comment, which basically she was saying that she has a website and it's not been like a return on investment for her. And for most indie authors, she believes it won't be, and that something like a link tree is better. And I wanted to talk about that a little bit more because I think as a website designer, fellow website designers, you know how we feel about Linktree. But I think it is a great place to start. But once you start to get a few books under your belt, a website is worth having. Now, the trick with the website is that just having a website is not going to give you an ROI. It's not. Just having one doesn't do anything for you. But having a website that has a proper layout, that is optimized for search engines so that it's actually going to help Google push it to where it needs to go, having a website that is structured in a way that makes it easy for people to navigate. Also, a website that is using cohesive branding. So going back a step, like what does your branding look like? And is that being displayed properly in your website? There's so many like little things and tips and tricks that you need to do and manipulate within a website that actually make it have an ROI for you, right? It actually makes it worth the investment. Also, a website is not going to be a quick investment. It's not like an overnight thing where you have a website and then boom, all of a sudden you've made all your money back on it. That's not, I don't believe, a realistic expectation in most cases, particularly for indie authors. In the book selling process, it's probably more like a long game, right? Very rarely are you going to have overnight success with that. And that's with anything. I don't think overnight success is the norm and what should be expected. But that process of getting your books out there from a visibility standpoint and actually being able to sell, that's going to take a little bit of time, right? However, where a website comes in handy is being able to sell your books directly, because to my understanding, people being able to buy their books directly from you is the way you keep the most money in your pocket from a book sale. If I'm wrong, someone please correct me, but that is my understanding. Versus using like a third party where they take a percentage. It is the most advantageous for you to sell your books directly from you. And the best place to do that is through a website. And as a reader that has tried to find a cohesive place to buy books from an author, the way it's laid out on your website makes a big difference. And it makes it easier for me to buy from you, right? And if you have a reader following that actually really cares about you, as most of us do, they're more likely to buy directly from you if they know that that's how you make the most money, right? If I see that you have a book and it's on Amazon, if I know I can get that same book directly from you and you get more money in your pocket, I will go to your website and buy it from you. But if I don't know that, or if I don't know you have a website, if I can't find the book I'm looking for on your website, then it's easier to buy from Amazon, right? And though that is still beneficial to you because you make some money off of that, I could have just bought it directly from you, and that would have been an easier, more beneficial exchange for both you and I, right? So that being said, a website having an ROI is possible if it's laid out correctly, if the branding that you're using is cohesive, if it's set up for SEO, search engine optimization, which that is a fairly tedious process on its own, and if you're actually putting the link in places that people can find. It's not a quick process. It's not a easy, straightforward process, but that's where working with a designer is beneficial because designers know what the website layout should be. They know how to implement your branding in a way that's going to make sense. They know how to structure your website in a way that's going to be easy for people to navigate. They know how to put in at least basic SEO features, if not advanced SEO features, so that we're actually maximizing the capabilities that it has from a search engine perspective. Linktree does not have any SEO benefit at all, unfortunately. It's great to have your links posted if you're on social media, but in terms of people like finding your links in a search, Linktree is not going to pull that information. So just want to share that. Keep those things in mind. A website, just having one is not going to be beneficial, but a website that is optimized to do its job and perform will eventually be a great ROI for you, particularly if you continue to write, if you continue to have more stories available for sale, and if you self-publish and you're trying to get traditionally published, you're trying to secure an agent, All of those things are made easier by having a website that's set up properly. So just wanted to share that as a little background from a designer perspective on website ROI. Yes and no, but it depends on how your website is set up. That's it.